biggest concern, of course, technology-wise, we used to track those the old-fashioned way on paper. So we would have from Excel spreadsheets that were printed and handwritten, and you can imagine the arduous task that was and how inaccurate that was, having to track every sales lead. And then every lead we had it on paper. We put it in a file folder dated by month. So we would just have massive amounts of paper. If you put the lead, in our business, it's very date driven, okay? So expiration dates for insurance firms is when you make your money. And especially in the lawyer's professional liability world, where you can't switch mid-period. So if you put a lead in the wrong month, just human error, you miss out a whole entire year, goodbye revenue. So the technology of it and the accuracy of it, game changer, absolute game changer. You know, we never really use systems. We would see different CRMs out there, agency management systems within the insurance industry. There's companies that specialize in that, and they try to keep from a sales lead perspective and also from a scoring type perspective, closed sales, wins, you know, generated revenues and such. They were all inadequate. You know, what those systems are tremendous at doing is client information, policy information, things of that nature. But then we gather leads, usually do a giveaway of some sort, but we'll come out of every event with no less than 50 leads. So I come back, it's like the Glengarry Ross movie. I come back with the golden leads, you know, and it's critical that immediately we get those entered, we get them placed in the right group, those that have expiration dates, those that weren't quite sure, because it's a little bit on the arrogant side to think like people are just like, I've got to know my expiration date of my insurance because there's some superstar out there and I hear he's coming to our event. So they get back to their office and then they have to look it up, whether it's March, April, May, for example, what have you. But then it gets entered manually and then game on. And then we have campaigns where we follow with them. Using Blitzly, we're able to export every month to get the hard copy newsletter, and we know it's segued either someone who has our book, someone who has an X date, or someone who's just a name we got. We can even import list into there if we want. So it's extremely versatile, and you can really get creative with it and make a lot of money doing it at the same time. Workflow is terrific in the sense that you don't have to manually go in and type every single email from your email provider, whether it be Outlook or whatever you use. And in that case there, it comes out as being something that's very, you know, it's automated, it's quick. And when you're talking about a big campaign where you can do what is called, obviously we all know, an e-blast, extremely effective. It's accurate. It gets through most spam filters, what have you. The only negative, and it isn't a negative against the product, is that if you want to personalize it, and that's with any type of automated system, with any type of provider, if you just saw someone and they've lost 30 pounds, or they just had a grandchild, or their son, you know, or daughter was awarded a scholarship, or then you lose the personalization of it all. But when you are doing large amounts, or you just don't want to sit there and spend 10 hours a week typing emails, this is the answer to all your problems. It's a very effective tool. Not only from your phone, as you get older, the eyes don't work so much, and I get readers, so I'm in a vanity case or a forgetful case, I'll forget my glasses. So I have a tablet. You can be right there at the event entering information, and we do that. Now, when you've got an onslaught where you've got 30 people deep just like begging to get at you, then you give them something to be busy because they're at breaks. They have to call their family, they have to hit the restroom or something like that. But as people are walking out, taking a break, while people are speaking at these events and we're out exhibiting, they can stop and we can put all their information. We can put, you know, huge New York Jets fan, you know, went to college at Ohio State. So that's a situation where absolutely when you're traveling, the versatility of it, whether it be on your phone, for those that have better eyes, I like the tablet version of it on my Microsoft Surface Pro. I can use that thing and work like as I'm sitting right here at my office. We have 4 people on staff, and all of us use Blitz and use it very well and daily, literally daily, 7 days a week, because reminders pop up on Blitz. As you know, it comes to your email, and that is critical because how often do we train our minds that when we hear a reminder come up on our email, you tend to ignore it because you get so many of those throughout the day. Well, with Blitz, it comes in as an email, and you can either do it, delegate it, or delete it, but it's always updated. And on top of that, when you go into Blitz, if a lead has not been worked and you somehow accidentally deleted it. Say you are trying to keep current on your phone, you accidentally delete a lead. When you go to Blitz, the very next time it's going to show you past due, it's an unworked lead. Or if you have a date that you are hoping to close that lead, it goes back. It manages you. You cannot screw this up. It is the greatest checks and balances system out there. So when you first get the product, like anything, you're going to have questions. And don't shy away from them. It's worth the hour or maybe two. Think about it, 2 hours to learn something, and it's going to pay you tens and hundreds and literally millions of dollars. I've had Blitz lead for that long. That's where my revenues get generated. But whatever, someone may have tens of millions watching this, or a potential to do that. But they will work with you in the beginning. When Archie started, I was one of the newer clients. I've had Blitz lead for a long time, 10 plus years maybe since the beginning, because I'm a guy who has to understand something. When I buy something, I want to know everything about it, then I'll never bother you again. But occasionally with updates, I'll ask Archie or his team, the service, I get response. I'll be doing the old Saturday where, get to work on the business versus in the business. So I'll be in here and I'll just put an email, not expecting a reply till Monday afternoon at the earliest. Oh no, within an hour. And I'm not saying that's expected, and it isn't 100% of the time, but it's 90% of the time, which is beyond, anything I'd ever expect. But the questions are always answered, they're answered properly, you're never sloughed off, you're never told, what are you, stupid? You can tell when someone's giving you the old, come on man, are you that dumb type response, The service is second to none, and once you understand this program, it'll pay you dividend. It's a win-win. One, the law firm is going to be more successful, which keeps them as a client to me. And two, even though I'm if I'm not the leading writer of lawyers' professional liability in the country for the 1 to 10 lawyer size firm, I'm certainly in the top 3. But the fact that I can be more than just that, should that be enough? I guess. And yet to be something more than that and to refer a product like this that's going to help them grow their business and make their life that much easier as it has mine, that's the best thing going. And they'll always remember me as that. Yeah, absolutely refer it every single time. It's the best thing going.